Hey guys, System here, and this is FTB Genesis. I myself am having a wonderful day. Hope you guys all are as well. Let's go ahead and jump forward, get back into this amazing pack. And in between episodes, I did a fair amount, so yeah, let's go ahead and take a look-see and push forward, right? So first off, I did some, crafting of this stuff here. So I made some more of these coprocessors and processors, as well as the pattern providers and molecular assemblers. Then I made some more providers to set up some automations for some of our machines as well, so I got that done. Also went ahead and made two new terminals for our wireless universal terminal. So we have the pattern access terminal and the pattern encoding terminal in here as well. So if I open this up now, you can actually just hit a button and switch between the different terminals, which is really awesome, right? So we have all that going for us. And I set up a bunch of patterns. So these are all like a 3x3 patterns in these ones here in the molecular assemblers. So got quite a few there. I'll be adding tons more of these. Basically, if I make anything that we craft, and I think we're gonna have to make over and over and over, I'll be making a pattern for it basically, and then automating the machines as well. But I also set up the printed circuits. I set up the actual circuits. I set up aluminum, and did a couple other things in the actual machines as well. So the way I did the machines too was pretty basic. So I just have the pattern provider, right? So it's has the recipes in it, and it's aimed at the machine, so it's pushing the items into the machine. Then I just put the export upgrade, right? Yeah, simple export upgrade in here. So when the recipe is done, it just gets pushed back out and put back into the provider, and that's it. That's how easy it is. It's really simple. This one here I'm just using to do all the bulk smelting from all the items from our farm. They were getting backed up. It was time to do a batch of that, so just letting that do its thing. This one here, the aluminum, actually has to be done in the alloy smelter. It's a little weird recipe, actually. 1 aluminum and 1 sand equals a aluminum. So I guess that's what I got going there. And this one here, I had to do a little different. It doesn't have export upgrades like those ones. So I do the recipe, it comes in here, it does its thing. Then on the back, I just have import buses being pulled back into the provider, right? Or I should say just connected to the provider with the Fluix cable. And I guess the last thing I did for automation on machines was this one here, which is the exact same thing as the actual inscriber, right? So it gets put in here. I'll show you one work too, I guess. Let's go ahead and make let's get on to the right thing here. Go ahead and grab a circuit. Go ahead and grab one of those. There you go. Item ends up in there. Machine starts doing its thing. And once it's done, this will import it, and then it will be done, and everything will be pretty much good in the world, right? There you go. It's almost done. Fantastic, right? Sweet. See, it even tells you up there that it is done. Also, if your machines are ever stuck, you're not sure what's going on, good thing to do is come over to your CPUs and check the crafting status. You can just kind of look here. If one's stuck, you just hit cancel. Then you go look at the machines to try to figure out what is broken. So that's what you can do there. Let's go over to the cloche area as well. Because I also went ahead and hooked these all up to storage buses. So I have them all hooked up to storage buses now. So the system can, I forget we're out of range. The system can actually see everything that's in there, right? So it can see all these different essence, and then I just craft with them inside of AE2, which is pretty awesome. And they don't use any storage, right, inside the system. This is the storage. Also added this seed here. This one was a fire seed. So go here, go to use on that. Sweet. Main thing I wanted this for was sand. So it can be used for sand. It can also be used for flint. Don't really have a source of that as well. And even soul sand and stuff like that. One other thing I forgot to mention there was you can actually wear this as a curio as well, and it'll go into any slot. So you can actually put any empty slot you want. Just fill her up with the wireless universal terminal and have access to it, as long as you go in and set a hotkey, right? So really rad in that regards. Also, I need to go ahead and pull this out, I guess. Let's go ahead and pull that out real quick. We're going to get quest completion sound. There we go. We're all done the AE2 quest line. So let's go ahead and head down to AE2 here. Grab our last reward. Going to get Ender Pearl and Tiny TNT. With that, we're going to be able to set up infinite wireless crafting. So actually very, very useful. So let's go ahead and head in here. Grab some Ender Dust. We're going to go and explode this downstairs because we do have to explode it. That's why they gave us the Tiny TNT. It doesn't make a very big explosion, mind you. I think it's really just the 4 or 5 blocks underneath it. But either way. I made one of these too. I didn't realize we were going to get one for free. But basically what you do is throw the Ender Dust and the Singularity. Go ahead and explode that. There you go. Awesome. And now we have a Quantum Entangled Singularity. We actually have 2 of them. So we have, there they are right there. So with this, we want to go ahead and grab the Quantum Bridge card, put that in there. Then we put that into this slot here. We just want one of them though. then we have to go ahead and put the other one inside the quantum ring, at which point we should have infinite wireless. So let's go ahead and try that out, see what works there. We'll probably just go ahead and jump straight through the portal and see if it works in the other dimension, because it should work in the other dimension as well. Shouldn't actually care at all anymore. So let's go ahead and head over to the nether, see if this puppy's working. Ooh, we've got an apotheosis mob. I don't know if he's coming over here, but we do have access to our crafting. So yeah, we can access our inventory, no issues at all whatsoever, anytime we want. I want to leave before that apotheosis mob comes. They actually hurt. No, I didn't sign up for this. No, don't do this. Let me through. Another thing I want to do real quick is go ahead and break this button. So I just really wanted to break that button. That was it. No, actually I want to put down this redstone receiver here, grab this GPS data card and use that on there. Basically, we're going to take this, and there's always a light issue when you first come into this thing too. You have to look up the sky to make the shaders realize there's nothing up there. But anyway, what I want to do is make this so it's actually stored inside AE2 instead of in this room. So we go ahead and load other simulations if we want to, and travel back and forth to the farm whenever I want. So the way we're going to do that, go ahead and throw down this, what is this called here? Wireless redstone transmitter. Then go ahead and grab a button. Go ahead and pop that on there. Need to put the card into the other slot there real quick. Oh, I need to be able to access that. There you go. Put that right there. And when I hit this button, it should unload it and store it inside AE2. There you go. We are inside AE2 now. So we just effectively loaded that dimension straight in AE2. You may notice too, it doesn't look like there's walls. There actually are. You can't actually walk outside of the space. They're just kind of like invisible walls. That's the max size of the actual room here. But yeah, this is effectively in its own dimension now. You can see there it says spatial storage. So with that, we can actually go ahead and we can't use this right now, is what I should be saying, right? We can't actually use that. But if I actually break this down and then place it back down, there you go. And name it, let's call it farm again. Fantastic. We should be able to travel back and forth, no problem. Before I do that though, I want to go ahead and make sure everything's chunk loaded in here. And this will be in its own little private dimension. So that is actually a pretty cool thing as well. FTB, no, yes, right there, claimed. And we'll do like 6 here. Probably don't need that many, but I'll just go ahead and do that either way. Probably going to be changing our farm too, because there's a whole thing with subsoil that I wasn't aware of. Like you can actually put like 4 layers deep of soil. It actually gives it nutrients. I wasn't aware of that, so probably change that at some point. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab that. See if we can actually head out. Let's go to main. Look at that. We can actually go back and forth anytime we want now. And this room's empty. So I want to go ahead and put it in the nether simulation. I can. And I could actually do the same thing with the nether simulation as well. Probably not going to right at this point. Not actually sure if we even need that nether simulation anymore. But if we do, we have it around. If I want to, I guess, set up for the ability to teleport back and forth, that was really awesome. One of the benefits of that too is taking all the lag from the farm out of my world too and put it in that other dimension, because it's just doing the calculations over there, right? And then, yeah, it doesn't actually have to animate anything. And one of the worst things for lag in a world is growth ticks anyway, right? That and redstone. So I'm going ahead and set up a couple more recipes here. I just want to go ahead and set up the Amatron, do a little sale here. I want to go ahead and actually buy some lubricant. So go ahead and buy, how many, like 4 buckets? 5 buckets looks good. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I could go ahead and make this stuff. I just need to go out and get some crude oil. But honestly, I'm just being lazy right now. And I've never actually ordered, I don't think, liquid before. So I'm just going to go ahead and see how that works here. All the recipes I made were this here. I made a magnet. Made myself a dead magnet. Made myself the complex circuit, I guess, recipe as well. And the pulsating quartz. I need all these to get to a lathe, basically, is what I'm trying to get to. The lathe is going to be a new item from Electrodynamics that requires, actually, I need that one. That requires 240 volts. Right now we're on 120, so we're going to have to ramping up as well. So this recipe here, the pulsating quartz, this one's going to have an issue as well. So we go over here, I guess, and throw it into this machine. It's going to be done in the alloy smelter. Now the issue is the IC2 machines actually take redstone and then use it as power. And this recipe has 2 redstone and 1 quartz, right? So I need to go and click on this slot here, disable all the battery sides, and that should actually fix that issue. So that is cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab ourselves. What's on fluids? Let's get off fluids here. Need to go ahead and grab the quartz, right? And we'll go ahead and grab like 3 just to make sure we finish off the quest for that one. The other one's going to have an issue too. It's going to be done in the charger. So it's going to be a dead magnet that gets turned into a magnet. And then I guess we need to go ahead and filter it in there, right? then we need to filter it right here. I guess put the recipe down here, filter it here. Need to filter it here because otherwise this thing's not very smart. It doesn't have an output slot, so just pull the item right back into the system, right? So I guess that's the thing as well. Apparently we did get ourselves some lubricant. My main reason for wanting the lubricant is too, I want to move this. I only have like one more bucket of lubricant. And the second I move that, I'm going to lose it because I already moved it once and you lose the buckets of lubricant if you move it. They last a really long time, but you just don't want to move it very much. So I have that, I have that. We should have everything actually for our actual recipe here. I want to make this complex circuit, right? Oh, let's go ahead and grab that quartz first because that's going to finish off quest. Then let's go to the complex. There you go. Go ahead and grab one of them. And once we have that, I think I have everything already made for the actual lathe, which is going to be this here. But you'll see it says 240 volts, so we definitely have to go ahead and ramp that up. And let's see if we have it there. That is fantastic. And that's good there. Let's go ahead and see what we have done. We have, I did this recipe too. It's the upgrade transformer. Apparently this is going to be how we ramp up the power. So basically you take 2 lines of 120, run it through an upgrade transformer, and it turns it to 240. So that's going to be what we do here. Apparently we get a downgrade as well on a lithium battery. And this is the main one here. The actual lathe is going to make all the rods that we need in the pack, right? So I guess that'll be a thing as well. I think we're going to need these upgrades too to automate this. So I guess that's a thing too. And anything else we need right now? I don't think so. So what we'll do is probably set this up here. I already have another DC motor that we don't need this basic energy cube anymore either. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Try getting this into a spot that will actually work, right? So like I said, it was going to be in a bad spot here. So I'll have it 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to keep it like the other side. 1, 2, 3, then a space. Go, and anywhere around here would be good. So we'll do like this, and then that. There you go. Then we'll need some more of the GPS papers. So let's go ahead and grab those. Then we're going to have to set those for power, right? So you set these for power too. Now, usually, I don't know why. Intuitively, I want to go and shift right click on the back, right? Because that's where the power goes in. But you have to actually shift into this side to make it so it actually power that side when you put it inside the actual wireless nodes. Little just unintuitive to me is all I'm saying. It does work. It's fine, but it doesn't seem right to me. Anyway, let's go up there. I want to go ahead and pull that one out. That's for the old cube that was there. We don't really need that one anymore. We'll set that to something else later on. And now that we have that, we go ahead and grab ourselves some cabling as well. So in here, I was going to make some better cabling. We have this silver wire now. And with that, we should be able to turn that into insulated pretty quickly. Go ahead and go to IBO. There you go. Get a good amount of that. This stuff is rated to 240 volts, and that's what we're going to be running. So I figured it'd be a good idea to have it. Let's go ahead and get rid of this stuff. You need to have these cables kind of out of the way too. If one of these 240 volt lines hit these machines, I'm pretty sure they're going to explode. At least that's what they make it sound like. Make it sound like it's all going to blow up, so I don't want to deal with that. There you go. And I want to be able to pull a line off this with the 140 so I can use those machines. But yeah, I just need to be kind of careful with the wiring. So we'll have the line that we pull off right here, right? Then we'll run into these here. These are battery boxes. They're basically just, I guess, batteries for the mod, right? And I'm pretty sure we just put them down this way. There you go. And are these actually getting power? Oh, I didn't actually put the thingamabobs in them. That in there, and then we're going to need 2 buckets of that fluid. You do it this way, right? So we now have ourselves a fully automated lathe. This one was a little weird to automate. By default, you can't actually hopper into any side of the lathe. Also, with the upgrades, you can finally hopper into the sides as long as they're set within the upgrades. But you can't do it through the bottom at all. So what I have here is the provider getting pulled in here, put into a barrel, into a omnidirectional hopper. But now this thing is fully automated, which is pretty rad all around. So we're going here and do a rod real quick. You'll see, kind of comes in there. It's going to do the thing. Then it'll get put down and put into the provider and finish the craft, right? So pretty simple, pretty awesome, but a little strangeness, right? A little weird too with these upgrades too. So first off, if you just right click, they start glowing. They have a smart mode. I couldn't figure out what that's for. I have no idea what the smart mode's for at all whatsoever, so I just left it off. I thought maybe it was going to be able to figure out how to eject stuff or input stuff based on just inventories around it. Does not seem to be the case here. Also this too. So I can just kind of go over here. This is how you actually set the direction, right? But if I go to different areas and just start spam clicking, and you look at this thing, look at that. It has 13 directions, but a lot of them are the same. So I don't know if that's for like a different machine setting or something, but for this, we just need the one side, right? So let's set it to west here, and then go ahead and pop that in there. There you go. That's good. So yeah, that's fully automated, even with the strangest, right? Just figuring out that Electrodynamics mod, because it is still very new to me. These ones here are going to wait until we have upgrades to actually fully automate as well. Curious as to, like, I know this one's weird with its sideness as well. This one, I think, only uses machine literally once, but we'll end up probably needing it some more. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set up the metal press. So I have a little area here, and I've already gone ahead and crafted up all the blocks. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and make ourselves a tool belt, because this mod was added. I kind of forgot about it, which is funny because I'm the one that added, not added, but asked to have it added, I guess. But I completely forgot. So this thing by default has 2 slots. This will take us up to 7. Then we'll still have room for 2 more later on, but it takes quite a bit of experience after a while. So basically you take the tool belt, you pull up in here, give you more slots here. So you just see there it has upgrades. We're upgrading it, getting all the slots. We are up to 7. So we can take 2 more of the pouches here. The main benefit of this thing is to hold all your tools, right? It's a tool belt. Go ahead and grab a sword here, maybe a wand. I want that in there as well. Go ahead and drop that all in there. Then you'll have to set a hotkey here. I'll go to options, controls, keybinds, and then I want on category. Let's go to tool belt. Down here, I set this one to 6. It's a weird slot that's with its mod itself. So this thing can be worn as a curio, but it has a built-in slot in the mod itself. So I set a key there temporarily. And this one I just set to my mouse usually because it's very comfortable. But anyway, let's go ahead and hit the 6 there. It's going to bring up this menu where we can actually put our belt. But like I said, you could also put it into this slot here. So you have 2 of these, so whichever you prefer. But once you've done that, you have your other hotkey, and you go ahead and hit that. Brings up this menu, and now you can just click. Switch to a wand, click switch to a sword, to a hoe, whatever. Then go to another slot there. Grab my morphing tool, go to another one, grab my hoe. Or I can just go ahead and put them back in there as well. So very useful for just tool management, right? So just a very, very simple, awesome tool mod. And you can have it set to cycle too, but I prefer to have it on this setting here. This makes it so you can really free up your inventory very easily. I love this mod. So that is, yeah, what we have there. So let's go ahead and actually do our metal press now. So we've gone ahead and got everything ready to do our setup here for the metal plate automation. I guess it'll be metal plate as well as this one here, the gear. So I'll grab that as well. Get some free steel plates here too, which is pretty cool. So to go ahead and do this too, you will need one of these here, engineer's workbench. Need the couple different blueprints here. So this one is for molds. This one's going to make you your metal press mold. So I've already gone ahead and done that. So I guess our plate mold is which one this is. And this one takes 3 steel plates and a engineer's wire cutter. And then you'll probably want this one as well. You don't have to have this one, but you can make the steel mechanical components for cheaper, right? So there are 2 steel plates here, but if you make them this way, there are 4. So I just went ahead and did all that. Got it out of the way. Have an area here kind of set up and ready to go to get this automated as well. So hopefully it is pretty smooth. Let's go up like that, then bring you up here. Then go ahead and build the multi-block here. So what we'll need here is 2 scaffold. Go ahead and throw down an engineer's block there. Oh, that's wrong actually. We need a redstone block there. Let's go ahead and put that there instead. Let's keep that in the bar too because we're going to need it. There you go. Then we need a piston aiming down. So let's do that net. And that should be fine. We'll just break that, I guess. Then come down here. Make sure we have a piston actually aiming the correct direction. Could probably use the hammer, but the hammer sometimes is jank, I noticed, and doesn't want to rotate things, and other times it does. It's been inconsistent, I should say, in this pack. I do not know why. Go ahead and grab the heavy engineers block. That's going to go on top there, at which point we should be able to just hammer this. So you just hammer the actual piston. Oh, we need, we're not done. We need to add the conveyors. So the conveyor is going to sit here. When you put down the conveyors, they have little arrows telling you which way they're going to run. You want them to run both in the same direction. And yeah, just kind of like that there, right? Or I could have made them go this way as well. Either way would have worked, at which point we can now hammer that, and we're good to go. So anyway, that is good there. Then we'll have to get some power in here as well, I guess. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a basic energy cube, and we'll just wirelessly just charge this thing as well. So go ahead and grab our GPS, and just do that. Go ahead and see if we get that hooked up really easy. And hopefully have plates on. And like I said, we'll have this for gears too. So it's the only way to do plates and gears in this pack. So you're going to definitely need this thing. It's not something you just have optionally. It's literally the only way to do plates and the only way to do gears. So you're going to have it. So that has power. That's fantastic. way we're going to automate this too, I guess, will be with a pattern provider here. Then we'll grab a ME interface, I guess, over here. Interface is just going to collect items. So I made one of these here. It's a dropping conveyor belt. So if I go ahead and make sure the arrows aim the right way, there you go. That should drop the items into the interface and feed that into 82. And this one here, the provider, I guess we just need to set up the recipe. I'll just need another one of these. Do I even need that, actually? How am I going to connect this? I didn't really think about how it's going to connect this. I guess I could put that one higher instead. And I think it'll feed directly into the actual conveyor belt, right? Go ahead and grab you. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and grab the hammer. Not the hammer. I want to switch. Don't know why it's not auto-switching right now. So let's do that. That should be the right way. And that should automatically drop stuff off. So I want to make a plate now. Say I didn't even have to come over here. Go ahead and grab a iron plate. Sweet. Let's see if we can actually make this recipe really easily. Iron plate. So there's an iron plate. Should be that recipe right there. There you go. I have to make sure the right mold's in there. That's fine. And then we should be able to, I guess, come back in here, I guess, and hunt down the actual terminal as well. Where's it? Extractor, macerator, metal press. Let's go ahead and pop that in there. Then, like I said, we did get the mold on there as well. And let's see if this thing works. I mean, it should work. I think we got everything, right? So, yeah, let's go plate. Go ahead and grab one of them. It's missing the mold. Oh, I need to fix the recipe. Let's go ahead and pull that out. There you go. Go ahead and grab you. And let's go ahead and pop that in there. And now let's go ahead and try a plate here, right? There we go. We got ourselves our fixed recipe. That's good. And that should work. Just like that, we should have that all finished, right? I should go ahead and put in some of those crafting monitors on this too, so I can see if they're stuck or not, instead of having to run up to them all the time. So I've gone ahead and actually set up the second metal press, so that is pretty cool there. Just need to move this, I guess, power over into the middle, then a couple universal cables to power both machines. They're all wired up though. And this one is going to be all for the actual gear, so I won't even have to think about it anymore, actually, which is nice. I had enough material, so I thought, why not just do it, right? So I already had enough of the engineering blocks and all that stuff and scaffold. But with this, we'll have both of them automated, I guess, and never have to really think about this again, which is exactly what I want, right? So there you go. Let's go ahead and do that. This here. There you go. That'll be aimed the right way. Oh, also, I never really mentioned this. You don't really have to do this where you kind of aim them. So I always aim them. It's just out of habit, because if you have like a chest nearby, let's touch one of these, and you're trying to do an automation, it'll sometimes export to the chest instead. So it kind of like seeks priority. So yeah, this way it just makes it so it'll only ever push items this way. It's something I always do with these. Wait, I think we'll go ahead and actually wrap this one up here. We made really good progression today, which is fantastic all around. Be able to come back in the next video and maybe start working on some more industrial foregoing, or just some more progression as well, because we have access to the gears now. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. So as always, guys, like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it. Hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. We guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.